We do not check to be sure all the nozzle white color varnish or print out with perfect. Then we start to do the head calibration. Because we install print head white color varnish, we must be sure all the print head is straight, not like this, or forward, backward, bending like this. So you must print some test print to check if the print head is installed where with good position. We can have a good nozzle check print. Then we can start to do the alignments for the print head. So we go to the software and be sure it's connected with the printer with green icon. And then we go to adjust. And we go to head install, choose head install. And we go to choose the vertical check print. We click print. Here we can put 20 and we can click off the white margin. And then we go to print. So we can see some lines print out. CMYK, KCMYLCOM, and also have white and varnish and white at each position. So we must be sure what we want to do. What we need to do is we must be sure the white or the nozzle. For example, we take the black channels to see the first print is on the top. This is the first print, and then this is the second print. We must be sure the first print and second print connect with one line like this straight line. If printed by this way, for example, if it printed by this way, this is the first print, and second print by this way, that the second print goes to red. So we need to adjust the color print head to red a little bit to move the carriage, move the print head by a screwdriver, loosen the print head, and load the print head a little bit by this way. And also, if you print out the second print close to left side, so we need to move to left a little bit. So this is the vertical calibration for each print head. And also we can see the nozzle for white and for varnish. And must be sure all are printed with selected line, no close. So you can adjust screw, loosen the screw, and also we can adjust we push down the emergency button, we moved the carriage to out of home position. We can see so we need to loosen this. We need to not loosen the print head, but loosen the print head adapter board. This one, loosen the screw 1, 2, and 3, 4. This one and this one. For example, right now, the color is perfect, so we need to adjust. But for if it's moved to wrong position, we need to adjust. We loosen this one, not print head screw, but print head adapter board. This one. Loosen the screw, and this screw. And backside, the aluminum pallet. And then this one. Then we move the pallet a little bit laterally. And also, we will give you a screw here. We can use the screw to make the close. So here, 1, 2, 3, 4 screw to adjust each print head, make the vertical. And then test again to be sure the lines straight for each print head. So this is a calibration for print head. Okay, then we print the vertical calibration again to check. Go to software, test, vertical calibration. And open the UV lamp. So we can see the print result here. We can see that the first print and second print. We can see the second print here is move overlap to left, not straight lines. Here, overlap. We can enlarge and see. You see here, like this. Like this. So this, not a straight line. So this, no good calibration. Because the second print moved to left. So if by this way, print move to left, by this kind of calibration result, we need to move the print head to left. By this way, rotary. So we just push down the. We just need to move the carriage by press the button. Move to left and move the carriage to middle, and we start to calibrate the print head. We can see there are some screws locked. For each print head. 1, 2, 3 for adjust the calibration, vertical calibration. Before we adjust this screw print head, we need to loosen the 4 screw to lock the print head. It's not loosen the print head, but loosen the print head adapter board. The 2 screw, and because it's moved to left, so we must load it to left. So we must move by this way. So we just loosen it, and we pull this to front a little bit, and push this back. Push a little bit, and then we print again. We press X home, and we go to test. We click off the white margin and test vertical calibration. Okay, so we can see now it's moved to right. It's moved to right too much. Before here it's to left, but now it's moved to right. We can see here it's moved to right too much. So that means we adjust too much. We need to adjust back a little bit. It's the same way to press to left, move the catch out of position, and then we adjust this. A little bit. Then print again. So now it's become closer. Almost jacked. You can see the first print, third print almost jacked, but only have a little bit, maybe 2 pieces move to left. So we need to adjust a little bit again. After we adjust, we press X home and test vertical calibration print. Okay, now it's perfect. We can see all the node is stacked. First print KCM right here. This is the print before. So we can see the lines. Now, first print, second print stacked as a straight line. So this is good. And we can see here, this is first print. It's close. It's overlap. So this is not good print head position installation. So this is good. So this just must be shown. This is the best result for calibration for print head. If you get this result for each print head, KCM1, LCOM, and also do the same way to align print head for white and varnish. So this is the basic requirement to print a good covered picture before you do other alignments. So hope everybody can do same job as must be shown from focus. Then we start to do the step adjustment for the printer. So first we open the control software and we connect with the Ethernet cable between the printer and computer. Then we go to adjust and go to step adjust, and we check the printer adjust here, and the step offset for here is just for check. No need to do print. We just do the calibration from here. So we load the paper and we make sure the gap in the printer and the surface of the media is safety. Then we start to do the calibration for the step. We click print, adjust. So after we print, we will see there are some lines printed on the table. Then we find out which one is the best. Then we fill the number to the software, and then we click calculate. So this is the procedure to do the step adjustment. So first we must print out the map, the picture, to see if the step is good or not. So we place print adjust and we set the margin, print position for X and Y edge. Then we click print. Then the printer starts to print. Then we can see some lines print out. We enlarge the camera, we can see the lines. The lines have some digital rules. For 0, we can see here is 0, and to the left is plus, to right is minus, plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we must be sure 0 is the best. 0 is the best. 0 must be, two lines must be close like this. This must be 0. And KCM were the same, also white and varnish. So if 0 is not close, we must put, for example, 2 is close, not 0. Here, this 2 means minus 2. So we need to put the minus 2 on the software. Not put directly, but the minus 2 plus the current number. Then will be, for example, right now is 1. We put minus 2 will be 3. Plus 2 will be 3. So put the number plus the number shown on software, and totally the result put on the software. and print again to be sure the 0 is a close point. So this is a step. After we do the step for, so right now 0 is correct, so we don't need to adjust it anymore. And then we go to 8 pass and print again to calibrate the 8 pass calibration. And also we can see zero is close. 0 is close. 0 means good. If close by 2, by 4, not minus or plus, all are wrong. So we need to adjust per number and print again to be sure 0 and 0 for KCMY, all are 0 close. But this way is good. So this is the step calibration. So from our picture, we can see that 1 is the best, so we must veer 1 to here, veer 1 pixel, and then we click calculate, and then we click save to save the parameter. Then we print again, print adjust again to be sure the position is good, so we can move that Y edge bigger to do not cover print. Then we click print again to be sure 0 is the best without overlap. The bad selection, the color adjustment normally we don't need to change because the print head normally is brand new, no change. So we go to the bad selection adjustments. We choose bad selection, and here we check the print adjustment picture. And before we do the print adjustment, we can go to setting for the margin. Remember, we can set by 20, and Y margin we keep as default. Then we go to adjustment and bad selection. We choose print adjustment and print. Then the printer starts to print the picture out. And here we must find out, same as before, we check the 0 if it's overlap or not. We find out the best position that without any overlap. So from the picture, we can see the 0 also have an overlap. It's not a good one. The best one is check the top and the bottom all cannot overlap. The top here is moved to right, and moved to right too much, and here is moved to left, not good. And the best one, top, bottom lines straight, is the -1 or -2, -1. Here is the best. -1 is the best. This one is the best. Okay, we find the best one, -1. Then we go to the software and we just put -1 is by here plus -1 is 14. 46. Then click save. Before it's 13.46. We plus minus 1 will be 14.46. Then we go to print adjustment again. We check if you get the best one. So we print on the same position. We can move the table a little bit to front and print again. So here is the second print. 0 is worse. So we also find which one is better. But before we can see this is not good because we not open the vacuum. We must open the vacuum. Then we can see the correct result. Remember, we must open the vacuum before we do the calibration. So here is not as the parameter because the vacuum not open. The film is bent. So we just change the print again. If the film bend, it will also affect the print result. So here it's back. So now 0 is the best. Top, bottom, middle. So anyway, we just be sure the 0 position, the top, bottom, not overlap to left or to right as a straight line. That will be good calibration for the bad action. So this procedure to do the bad action color offset, bad action calibration. Then we go to do the headspace calibration. The headspace calibration means the print head position between each print head. Because we print a white color varnish by one pass print, we must be sure the white layer, color layer, and varnish layer print at the same position. No any overlap for any position. So we go to headspace. The first we go to choose the horizontal, check horizontal, left, right, vertical calibration. And because by this way we print adjustment, it's hard to see the lines because the white ink lines way small. So the best way we can print a picture. And always the H1 print head is 0. You cannot change. Keep all print 0, H1 print head as 0. We change print head position by H2 and H3. H1 is color, H2 is white, H3 is varnish. Like this. So we forget it first. Then first we go to print, we setting, and we choose the speed, middle, and we choose first we adjust to left. If we have good calibration for to left and to right, then we can have good calibration for bad action. So we go to choose left, and we find out the picture, the file that go with machine delivery USB flash. They have the file named color offset calibration file. The color calibration offset calibration file. This picture with white, color, and varnish together with one picture. Then we print this picture, the square, to check if the white layer, color layer, and varnish layer have overlap or not. So we just go to first, please remember, we choose by middle and to left and click save. Then we go to print, choose the file, set the margin. And then we go to print. And also must be sure the layer we choose by normal here. Then the printer starts to print a square picture out. First print the white layer, then print the color layer, then print the varnish. So you can see the white layer is print out. Then the black layer on top of the white. We can open the vacuum to make the film got absorption without scratch the print head. So after print, you can see also the varnish print out. So we can see the white layer is overlapped to left a little bit. The white layer is moved to left. The bottom is the white layer. A little bit moved to left. And to right is to right. The varnish also move a little bit to left. So we can adjust the calibration, but front and back is almost okay. Forward, the back, the white layer, color layer, similar the same position. So we just the adjustment, the overlap to left. Then we go to the software. Adjustment, headspace. Here, at 2, we can increase because we print back to left. So we just set the horizontal left, and we can increase by 2 pixels. And also the varnish decrease by 2 pixels. Then we go to save. And when you go print, start again. So this is test printing file for the print head space print. So before we do the calibration, we can see the white ink is out of the overlap of the color ink. After we alignment, we can see the white color varnish to left to right, all are good. White color varnish. The bottom is white ink layer. It's not overlap at bottom, top, left and back. So this is the good alignment. So in one word, we just go to the software for alignment. Remember, if we have overlap for white layer or varnish, we just go to the adjust and headspace. We go to choose. First we print the test print file, color offset calibration file, and set to right or to left. If we print to right, then we change the number by horizontal to right. If we print here by to left, then we change the number by horizontal to left. And we change this number for little calibration. And the vertical, we just need to calibrate one time. Just increase, reduce the number here. This 2 is for white ink print head, and this H3 is for varnish. H1 we keep 0, no change. Please remember, all H1 is 0 as a standard position. So we do the same procedure by print the same picture by to right and set to right, save, and then we print. And then after print, we check the overlap. If we have overlap, we just change the number by to right here, the number for here and number here to increase or reduce the number, the parameter. After that, we save it. So this is the procedure by headspace alignments for to left, to right, and vertical. Vertical is for bottom if we have overlap to bottom or to top. So we just do the vertical adjustment by changing the number by H2 and H3, increase or reduce. And this is a procedure to do the headspace alignment to prevent the print head, the white ink layer or varnish layer overlap.